This is a new one, and I think it's a brand new book. And I thought it was a really sweet story, so let's see if you like it. It's called Once Upon a Winter Day, and it was written by Liz Woodruff. I like the illustrations too, and I wish it looked like that outside here. Don't you? Don't you wish it was snowy? We can still hope and pray that snow will come. Once upon a winter day, Milo was looking for a story, but his mother was busy. "Why don't you go play in the snow?" she said. And there's Milo, and there's his mama, and she's busy working. She must work at home just like your mommy and daddy do. And you can tell it's snowy outside. I wonder where Milo lives. Milo bundled up and plodded outside. He didn't want to play in the snow. He wanted a story. He stomped a path from the house to the bird feeder. Beneath the bird feeder, tiny footprints sprinkled the ground. "A mouse was here," said Milo. Did the mouse have a story to tell? I wonder if we'll get to see the mouse. Oh, there he is. But do you think the mouse will have a story to tell? Milo followed the tracks to the winterberry bush. All the red berries had disappeared. As he brushed the branches, snow fell away, revealing a single feather. What had happened here? What do you think could have caused a feather to be stuck in a winterberry bush? Look at all those birds. And see that one feather floating down? And the mouse is watching them. A cold wind crept beneath Milo's scarf. The trail led into the shelter of the forest. Beneath the hemlock trees, branches littered the ground. Why had they fallen like autumn leaves? I think Milo has a cool backyard, that's for sure. Oh, and now we're going to see why do you see why the bits of evergreen dropped? Because look, high up in the tree, are they porcupines? I never knew they climbed high in trees like that. And there's that mouse. Yeah, I never knew that about porcupines. Did you? Milo wove through the trees, trailing the little prints. Loose clods of dirt scattered at his feet. Who had dug beneath the snow? Had they been looking for acorns? This book has nice illustrations. Let me check. Yeah, I think that the author, Liza Woodruff, also did the illustrations. And look, now he knows. Those bits of dirt were caused by these deer using their noses in the ground, pushing away the snow to find something to eat. Milo's breath rose in clouds as he hurried onward. He followed the tracks out of the trees until he came to the creek. A smooth rut slid down the bank. Who had been gliding in the snow? Now, who do you know who would have done that? Who would have been gliding in the snow down to the creek? Milo looks pretty little to be wandering pretty far from home by himself. His mother must really know where he is. Ah, look. Otters. River otters, bunches of them. That looks like such fun. Milo zigged and zagged away from the creek and across the field. He followed the footprints until suddenly they stopped. Something had brushed the tiny tracks away. Had the bird calling in the distance swooped to the snow? And the bird's calling a sound I don't recognize. Keer! So if you look right here, you can kind of see the shape of a bird in the snow. Look. That bird is after the mouse. Because, of course, big birds of prey like that, they eat mice. Milo, dinner time. Darn, said Milo. Was it really time to go inside? He headed home, walking beside the tiny footprints until they disappeared down a hole. Maybe the mouse had gone home too. Nice drawings. There's that little mouse in a cozy home under the ground. Looks like under the woodpile. Inside, the smell of soup made Milo's stomach grumble. Do you want me to read you some stories after dinner? His mother asked. Milo shook his head as he laid out what he had found. So he brought home some evergreen and an acorn and a feather and what was left of a fish. This time, said Milo, I have stories for you. And here they name the animals. Oops, this one's hiding. What's that big bird? Oh, they call it that's a red-tailed hawk. And this must be, oh, that's a deer mouse. Deer mouse. And these are river otters. The bird is a northern cardinal. And these are red squirrels. And, oh, this bird up here, that's a cedar waxwing. And porcupines and white-tailed deer. So that's Once Upon a Winter Day. When a little boy wanted his mama to read him a story, she said, no, later you go out and play. And he ended up collecting enough stuff so he could tell his own stories when he came home. I liked it. I hope you did too. Love you. See you soon.